MLB The Show is your home for postseason baseball. It's Game 3 of the American League Division Series between the Lions and the Tigers. Hi again, everyone. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special postseason coverage of baseball on the show. With me is Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Dan, lots to talk about here as we get ready for Game 3.
It's been a good series so far as these two teams have split the first two games, so essentially this makes this a three-game series. That means this game is huge. It's a lot easier playing knowing you're one win away from moving on as opposed to one loss from packing it up and heading home.
All right, the stage is set. The starters get their final tosses in out in the bullpen, and we've got a good one in store for you, folks. Play-by-play is coming up next. De La Rosa will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard, soft. You can. You have 4 pitches. If you can throw them for strikes, you have the big advantage.
So stepping in is Minnie Perez, and we are set for baseball here this evening. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Fastball that gets the inside corner, strike one. Outside for a ball, 1-1. On the fastball, it's 1-2.
You know, on a cold night like this, I think you're going to see him continue to elevate pitches and let these guys just fly out to the warning track.
Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
And he lays off, ball 4, and the leadoff man is on to begin the ball game.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him than serving one up, or he can really hurt you.
Digging in next, Juan Nelly, runner at first to start the inning. And Dan, when it comes to pitching in the rain, what changes?
I think the most difficult part, Matt, is the ball gets slippery. It's hard to keep your hands dry, and if you don't have a good feel on that grip, it's hard to control where you're going to throw the ball.
From the belt, the pitch.
Good speed at first and good speed with the guy at the dish. It's going to be tough to double up these guys. If you're an infielder, you got to get rid of it quick.
Breaking ball below the zone. That's ball 1. And set up behind the plate is Ricky Holiday, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Yeah, Dan, we got Ricky Holiday behind the dish tonight. I can't figure his zone out. He doesn't favor the hitter or the pitcher and can be a little too inconsistent at times.
Zero, you hit the nail right on the head. I think one of the things we're looking for a consistent zone. If it's a tight zone, it's a high zone. Have the same zone. His zone fluctuates a little bit too much for my liking during the course of a game.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out. Next to dig in, J.R. Encarnacion. First offering on its way. Ball and no strikes.
With that base running threat on first base, man, does that change the pitcher's whole mentality. This guy at the plate should assume nothing but heaters coming right at him.
A ball and no strikes, here it is. And that changeup makes him jump, a swing and a miss. In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now.
Not much you're going to do with that pitch right there. You have to catch it out front before it even breaks, and even if you do that, it's a tough pitch to keep fair.
Soto is there, and he makes the catch for the out. Here's Carlos Santana now. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. From the belt, the pitch. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, attack with that pitch. Get ahead. Get the offense on their toes. That opens up the off-speed pitches later in the game.
And they pitch out here, but nothing's happened. Ball 2. A runner on first with 2 away. Can't connect there. It's 2-2. Did well just to make contact there as he spoils off a good changeup. The 2-2 one more time. Fouled away. The 2-2 one more time. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0.
Well, with 2 away, the man on first, he was moving on contact. He got a great jump and comes all the way around to score on that double. Always nice to snag the early lead, and they've done it here.
So now to the plate, Jorge Polanco batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike 1.
Hey, I know there's a lot of game left, but that is such an important run there in the top of the first. Try and silence this crowd. I can't tell you, in postseason play, 1 run feels like 3 or 4.
Check his swing there, and Dave Lawrence says he held up just enough. Ball 1. Santana stands at second with 2 gone. Counts even 2-2 for Polanco. Fouled off. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss got him reaching. Aquino corrals it, and that ends the inning. Well, the run will score in the inning on this RBI. So now into the box is number 80. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Now here's the pitch.
Number 80.
Yep, that ball went out.
1-0 home.
Nope, inside, ball 2.
Sent in the air out to straightaway center. Encarnacion is there, and he has it for the first out.
Batting second.
No one on with 1 down, and that'll bring in Kevin Biggio. Way late on the fastball for strike one.
Okay, if you're in this lineup right here, game on, boys. I know he's got power stuff, but if he's going to come middle of the plate, you better be ready to pull the trigger.
A ball and a strike now. Now the 1-1 pitch.
That's a real nice location with that fastball up and in on the hands. Hard to do much with that because a hitter really can't extend his arms very easily.
And it's fouled away. And a swing and a miss on the forkball, and that's out number 2. And so with 2 away now, let's give you another look at our playoff bracket as you see what could lie ahead for the winner in this series. Juan Soto to the plate now, looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And a first pitch sinker is over for strike 1.
Hey, that's a good sinker right there. That's his bread and butter pitch, and if he's got that going, especially early, it's going to be tough to get some yards off him.
In there, and he's ahead 0-2 now.
Yeah, this is straight survival mode. Down 0-2. The numbers are definitely not with the batter here.
Grounded up the first baseline. This will wind up foul. Still 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Lifted down the line in left. Nelly trying to get there. A dive, and he brings it in. And on a fantastic play, the inning is over. Another look at a gem at third base as this ball is speared midair. We'll have more of Game 3 after this message. Second inning set to go, and standing in is the DH, Franchy Cordero. First pitch coming, here it is. Hit to first. He's got it. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and the leadoff man set down to start the second. Now at the plate, Vladimir Guerrero. Here's the first pitch. Didn't quite catch the zone there. Ball 1. 1 out, nobody on. And a fastball in there for a strike. 1-1. The pitch. Just behind the fastball there. 2 strikes now.
Well, they got to him in the first inning, which is huge, but he looks a lot more settled into this ball game right now. He's not the kind of pitcher you want to let get into a groove out there.
Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. So as he'll dig into the left-handed batter's box. No balls and a strike to count. Comes set, and the 0-1. Misses, that's ball 1. Ball and 2 strikes now.
Count is 1-2.
Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Just the second inning, but already 37 pitches to this point. A bouncer to the left side. Galvis is there. Throw on to first, gets him, and the side is retired. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and digging in is the big-time power threat, Aristides Aquino. Ripped down the line. This gets foul. It's 0-1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. And able to lay off the fastball away here. 2-1 now. Into the windup and the pitch. And he'll try to hold back on the pitch inside, but he pretty clearly broke the plane that time. It's strike two. Trying to nibble here, and he misses to run it full now. 3-2. Right to him. Throw to first is in time for the first out. So one down, no one aboard. And that brings up the exciting Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Into the corner and slicing foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control. 0-2.
Every time you go out there to start a game on the mound, you hope to settle in quickly and get into a groove, and he's definitely done that so far in the early going. Looks like he could go pretty deep into this one.
So he sets him down swinging. Lourdes Gurriel goes down for the second out in the bottom half. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball one. Now a half swing here as he wanted to pull it back, but he does so too late. It's strike one. 1-1. Swung on and missed for strike number two.
This is why you pay the price of admission right here. Power on power. My money's on the pitcher.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Into the box, Esteban Florio, and he'll start out there half of the third, top of the order to follow. Good downward action there. It's 0-1.
Great execution of that changeup right there. Great arm action. Batter was totally out front on that one.
And he fouls this one off.
That's a ball.
Down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes. High in the air out to center field. Laureano is right there, one down. Now to the plate, Minnie Perez worked a walk his first time up. Here it comes.
Whoa, that pitch is out.
The 1-0 home.
0-2.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Number 80 is there, and he'll bring this one in. Next, it'll be Juan Nelly, struck out in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
You have to be careful. You can't sleep on the bunt right here, even with 2 outs. They're playing him back, but this guy can handle the bat.
Swing and a little tapper.
This could be a huge win for the guy on the mound if he's able to get out of this inning 1, 2, 3 and start fresh next inning with the middle of the order.
And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
He's certainly pushing the throttle and pulling it with those 4 pitches. Statistics class tells me I'm sitting fast.
And that's ball 3 now as it just misses below the zone.
Not a time to fool around right now on a 3-2 count with the middle part of the order coming up. Expect a good pitch to swing at.
A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that'll bring in Ramon Laureano. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. Behind 0-2 now. Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out. Now into the box, Nomar Mazara.
Come on.
And here's a fastball called for strike one.
Woo, that was some gas. Triple digits on the radar gun.
Fouled away. Here it comes on 0-2. And this is swung on and missed. His 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning. Bases are empty here with 2 away. And up next, the former Philly shortstop, Freddie Galvis. That just misses off the inside for ball 1. And he takes a called strike 1.
Man, this pitcher is on right now, pounding the zone, attacking these hitters. He's making it look easy.
Hit hard on the ground towards second. He'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. All set for the start of the 4th. And next will be a speed threat in the form of outfielder J.R. Encarnacion. First pitch on the way. And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1. Encarnacion is simply an all-around great defensive outfielder. Not only does he have great range and great hands, he's also got a plus arm, one that base runners and base coaches certainly have to be mindful of.
Absolutely. When you are in the meeting room preparing for this guy, it is the first thing that jumps off the page. Do not take the extra base.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Takes this the other way to right. That's his first base hit, making 1 for 2 now. So the 4th inning opens with a leadoff single.
Outside of home runs, nothing fires me up more than watching a good baseball player drive the ball to the opposite field. Talking about hitting the inside half of the baseball, that's exactly what happened right there. And when we say inside half of the baseball, imagine the ball coming to a complete stop halfway between home plate and the pitcher's mound, and then cutting that baseball in half and highlighting the inside half. That's where you're trying to take the knob of your bat or the hands to that spot and carve the inside half of the baseball with power.
As a look, now the pitch. Down low, 2 balls and a strike.
Hey, after the double in his first at-bat, looks like he's trying to pitch around this guy a little bit.
And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
I love the approach out on the mound. Everything's down in the zone as it should be, but now you find yourself in a 3-1 count. Do you elevate a little bit more and get back in this zone, or do you just pitch around them?
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. Fouled off. Encarnacion gets his lead at first. Nobody out. And another foul ball. Throw over to the bag. Runner's back. Runner's going. Lifted the other way to left center. Center fielder giving chase. And he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out. And they get the double play.
Doesn't happen often throughout the course of the season, but right there, you talk about having awareness, taking advantage of a team that's maybe sleepwalking a little bit on the base pass. Unbelievable job to get 2 outs for the price of 1 in that situation. Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating and feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
The 1-1 home. Here's a little chopper up the middle. Off-balance throw, but he couldn't get enough on it, so it'll be scored as an infield single.
Guys, let's take a look at the defense right here. Super quick on the exchange from glove to hand right there to even give himself the chance to get this fast base runner out. He beat it out, but he couldn't have done any more defensively on that play.
He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
There's another pitch for a strike, and this guy's really attacking hitters well tonight, being aggressive early on, and if he continues to throw strikes like he is, he's going to have a pretty good night.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. And he missed with it. It's 1-2. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. This one misses, and that'll fill the count here. 3-2 with 2 away.
Good running count right here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, run first. He'll be off to the races on this pitch.
And a good at-bat that time as he lays off for ball 4. And as a result, that'll move a runner up into scoring position now with 2 away.
He did not want to let the hitter off the hook with 2 outs, and now he's got a runner in scoring position to deal with.
And now, Vladimir Guerrero, 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. No balls and 1 strike.
After the walk-in with runners on the bags, he couldn't afford to fall behind here. Nice job of jumping ahead with strike 1.
The 0-1 offering. And it's fouled away. Here's the 0-2.
Hey, have an AB right here. I know it's frustrating the heck out of the pitcher. You keep fouling these pitches off, maybe one misses over the heart of the plate.
Another one sent foul.
He's got a good feel for his off-speed pitches second time through the order, and we just saw 3 in a row.
Slider whiffed on for strike 3. A great pitch before an end to the inning. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, number 80. Back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
And he got him.
That was a good job tying him up inside on that strikeout pitch. It wasn't even in the strike zone, but with the hitter protecting the 2 strikes, that's the kind of pitch you can get him to offer at, and he's probably not going to do much with it when he does make contact.
Kevin Biggio is in for his second plate appearance as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. And that's inside and a bit low anyways. It's 2-0. And he fouls this one off. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Fouled away. Fouled off. Another foul ball, and this battle will continue. Here's another 2-2.
Hey, 5 foul balls in a row. Loving the battle in the box right here, making the pitcher work.
Again, another foul ball. And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2.
After multiple pitches were fouled off, it gets a little disappointing as a pitcher. So you think, say, I'm going to throw one way off the plate and see if he'll chase it. Didn't happen.
High in the air out to center field. Encarnacion is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. Here now is Juan Soto. 2 away in the inning, and again, it looks like this could be another 1-2-3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2.
The count is 1-2.
And it's fouled away. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends. And stepping in, Castillo will get his side started in the inning. And Dan, so far they've been stifled offensively since the first inning.
Boy, they sure have, Matt. They came out of the gates and got hot right away, but whatever was going for them pretty much has disappeared. We'll see if they can wake it back up.
The 1-0 pitch. Hit out towards second. Scooped up. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. And that'll bring in Esteban Florial. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And now the first pitch. Fastball swung on and missed.
Man, this guy's been incredibly efficient so far in this one, mostly because he's getting ahead. 70% of the batters he's faced, he's thrown the first pitch strike to.
And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. And that is where the wheels pay off as he's able to make it into second with a hustle double.
Their own pitcher is absolutely dealing right now, so this is a big moment in this game. If his teammates can pick him up and drive him in now, that might be all they need to get the W here.
It was a flyout for him in his last trip. The 1-0. It is a fastball, then off the plate for a ball. Florial, the runner at second with 1 away. Strike, and it's 2-1.
That's an impressive pitch right there. If you're willing to throw a changeup on 2-0, that tells me that's a pitch you feel really confident with.
Back up the middle, and that's through into center field, base hit. And the run's going to come in to score from second as they grab a 2-0 lead now.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Kept his shoulders square, his hands inside the baseball, and was able to fight off a good, nice executed pitch for a knock.
To the plate now, Juan Nelly. As the first pitch here is a bit high, it's ball 1. Pitch out, nothing doing. Now the 2-0. 3-0 now.
And how about the uncommon patience for the rookie in a big spot right here? These have been some tough pitches to lay off.
This one's flared out toward left. In there, a base hit.
That can't bother you too bad, Dan, right there. Power guy at the plate, and you're able to get in his kitchen.
Well, that's a tough one to swallow, right? These big, strong guys, they like to get their arms extended. That wasn't that bad of a pitch, but he's just so strong that he's able to muscle that into the outfield grass.
Now out of the dugout comes the manager as he'll make his way towards the mound. And he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight. So he'll make his way to the dugout after working just 4 1/3, and he just didn't have his best stuff in this one. First and second now, 1 man out. Swinging a hard liner to center field. And that'll get down out there. Perez blows through the stop sign, headed for home. Safe at the plate as they push their lead to 3 now. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to